PNR Networks is a member of Patreon. Show your love for our shows by joining our ongoing fundraising campaign and get some fantastic perks in return. Check it out and become a Patreon sponsor. You can sign up at patreon.com, patreon.com/PNR Networks. And thanks for your support.
This podcast is a proud member of the Lamb Podcasting Network. Find the network at largeassmovieblogs.com.
It's Tuesday, June 27th, 2017, and from eCinemaOne.com and Subject Cinema, it's time to open the pipeline and check out the latest releases on home video. This is Tuesday Digidex. I'm TC Kirkham. Debuting on DVD, Blu-ray, and on-demand streaming this week, sci-fi comedy Absolutely Anything, starring Simon Pegg, Kate Beckinsale, Rob Riggle, Eddie Izzard, and Joanna Lumley. Rated R. Horror thriller The Autopsy of Jane Doe, starring Brian Cox and Emile Hirsch. Rated R. Horror film The Belko Experiment, starring Michael Rooker. Rated R. Comedic TV reboot Chips, starring Dax Shepard and Michael Pena. Rated R. Critically acclaimed murder mystery Grey Lady, starring Eric Dane, Amy Mannigan, and Natalie Zia. Rated R. Crime thriller Money, starring Jesse Williams and Kevin Lutz. Rated R. Kids show reboot Power Rangers, starring Decray Montgomery, Naomi Scott, R.J. Seiler, Ludi Lin, Becky G, Bill Hader, Elizabeth Banks, and Bryan Cranston. Rated PG-13. And the sequel, T2, Trainspotting, reuniting director Danny Boyle with original stars Ewan McGregor, Ewan Bremer, Robert Carlyle, and Johnny Lee Miller. Rated R. Criterion Collection releases legendary director Alfred Hitchcock's third film, 1927's The Lodger, a story of the London fog, as well as 1971's Sam Peckinpah classic, Straw Dogs. Coming out from the small screen this week, It's About Time, the complete series, The Jamie Foxx Show, the complete second season, Prison Break, the complete series, and also the complete event series, and The Strain, the complete third season. Recent films now available on Netflix: sci-fi drama Bouquet, starring Micah Monroe and Matt O'Leary, not rated. Festival favorite and Netflix original Nobody Speak, Trials of the Free Press, not rated. Disney's latest animated musical classic, Moana, starring the voices of Dwayne Johnson and Alulu Carvalho. And the much buzzed about horror anthology that has all segments directed by women, Double X, rated R. Among the latest entries available on Amazon Prime, 2016's critically acclaimed comedy drama, Patterson, starring Adam Driver, rated R. A sadly little-seen 2010 UK comedy drama, Toast, starring Freddie Highmore, Oscar Kennedy, Matthew McNulty, and Helena Bonham Carter, not rated. And a deeply moving 2015 documentary exploring the history of one of the most successful boy bands of all time, Backstreet Boys, Show 'em What You're Made Of, not rated. Most of today's new releases are available on both DVD and Blu-ray, although in some cases manufacturers will release titles only in one format. Check your favorite online source for DVD and Blu-ray releases to find if your preferred format is available. Most major film titles are also usually available for streaming and download through multiple sites on the same day as DVD release. Check your favorite online streaming services to see if your favorite films are available to stream or download. For the lowdown on what's hitting U.S. theaters every weekend, check out 3 Minute Weekend, your complete guide to all the new theatrical releases every Friday morning at 10 a.m. Eastern, available on this same feed through most podcast services or directly from our website at eCinemaOne.com. Please remember to check out PNR Network's premier weekly film podcast, Subject Cinema, with yours truly and my lovely co-host Kim Brown. Now in its second decade, it's full of reviews, news, commentary, and a whole lot of laughs. You can check it out every Sunday evening at eCinemaOne.com and SubjectCinema.com, or subscribe to your favorite podcast service, including iTunes, iHeartRadio, Google Play, Stitcher, SoundCloud, TuneIn.com, YouTube, and many others. Just search your favorite service for Subject Cinema. If you enjoy Tuesday Digidex each week, please consider joining our Patreon campaign. Your generous recurring monthly support will help give us a chance to upgrade our equipment and bring you more news, features, coverage, and shows, and make our current shows and websites get bigger and better. You support a show you like, we give you some cool perks in return, and you're not supporting just Tuesday Digidex, but all of the PNRNetworks family. Monthly donations start at just $2, and we really appreciate your patronage and support. So become a Patreon supporter. Click on the giant orange Patreon button on any PNRNetworks website, or go directly for all the scoop at patreon.com/PNRNetworks. That's going to do it for this week's edition of Tuesday Digidex. Please join me every Tuesday morning for all the DVD, Blu-ray, and on-demand releases in the U.S. And don't forget to subscribe so you're up to date on the latest releases as soon as the show goes up. You can subscribe through iTunes, iHeartRadio, SoundCloud, Stitcher, YouTube, and other popular podcast sites, and also through Roku. Find out how at the eCinemaOne website. I'll see you this Friday on 3 Minute Weekend, but for now, for Tuesday Digidex, I'm TC Kirkham. See you next week.
All right, Kristen, I am so excited that you've decided to do a podcast with me, but what are we going to do a podcast about? There's so many other movie podcasts. We got to do something original.
Well, I'm a big fan of Disney movies. What about something like that?
That's just kid stuff. What do we want to do that for?
Did you know that The Avengers is a Disney movie? Or that Pulp Fiction is a Disney movie?
Pulp Fiction is not a Disney movie.
It's technically owned by Miramax, which is part of Disney.
We are still going to talk about the Disney animated movies, though, right?
I thought you said that was kid stuff.
Well, I've got 2 kids. I got to be a good dad and stuff.
So be sure to subscribe to the Walt Sent Me podcast, where we discuss the various subsidiaries of the Walt Disney Studios, including the animated movies.
It's available on iTunes, Podomatic, and wherever you find great podcasts. And I swear, it's not kid stuff.
This podcast is a proud member of the Lamb Podcasting Network. Find the network at largeassmovieblogs.com.
Podcasting's choice. From coast to coast, continent to continent, right here 24/7.